If you are a smart, funny and gentle man, but you're a tad bit lonely, this interview is for you. Yes, listen up. Apparently, Kiwi men have no idea about dating. In fact, New Zealanders don't really know how to date at all. On the whole, it's usually drunken night hookups that lead to nowhere. And sometimes drunken night hookups that lead to somewhere, but you hadn't intended it, and next minute you find, well, you're set for life in one way. But the Legends Academy teaches men how to attract the woman of their dreams. Co-founder of the Legends Academy, Chris Duncan, is with me now. Chris, good morning.
Morning, Paul.
So, you operate this started in Australia, it's in New Zealand now, it's in Asia. What sort of men do you deal with?
Well, typically it's the nice guy, the guy that's a really good guy, but just hasn't quite figured out what he needs to do to become attractive to the woman that he really wants. So,
are there men, do you think, who, no matter what they do, they sometimes walk in and you look at me and think, oh, God, I just don't have a heartbeat. Where do I start with this loser? Are there men that just really should give up and just get stamps?
So there's a lot of guys that need a lot of help, and it doesn't really matter where they start from. It's really just a few steps to be able to get it done. So it's really just teaching them from the start. So,
what is the hardest impediment to overcome?
Well, it's really the anxiety. When a guy sees a beautiful woman that he's attracted to, he suddenly has got a whole bunch of other chemicals going on in his brain. He's not thinking straight, doesn't know what to say, and normally mumbles or stumbles his way through whatever sentence he wants to do. So normally it's all around mindset, naturally.
Yeah. So is it that like desperation thing? Because, you know, people will often say to you, God, you know, when I've got a girlfriend, I could get girlfriends like this. They're everywhere. When I don't have a girlfriend, it's desperate times I can't find one.
Yeah, I mean, desperate is a good word. We kind of look at it in a place where when you're in the right mind frame and you're feeling the right way, then you're actually able to go in there with confidence, open up the right conversation, build the natural attraction, and then take it to wherever you want. So a little bit of desperation, but more of it, it's really just having that feeling and that comfortable in your own skin.
And New Zealanders worse at this than Australians?
Absolutely. In fact, Australians and New Zealanders are some of the worst at dating. We don't date.
And we're worse than the Australians.
I'd say so.
The Australians are one of the worst, and we're worse still.
We are. New Zealanders typically just go to the bar, go to the pub, have a drink, and it's really, that's the only way. It happens through proximity or in a workplace.
Yeah.
There's not really any active dating that goes on to the extent that you might see in the US or Canada or in the UK. It's completely different here, and it's just down to a lack of education.
So we're just not sophisticated?
Well, I wouldn't say not sophisticated. I'd say more, we just need a bit more of an education. We need to get into it, where we're so used to just this other way, where there's a whole nother way of actual conscious dating and consciously going out there and searching for the right person.
Is it easier for Australians because Australian women drink so much?
I don't think so at all.
All right, let's talk about appearance. Does that have really anything to do with it, or is it all in your mind?
Well, of course, appearance has a lot. I mean, the way we like to look at it is men go out there, they try to hunt. They go out there on the prowl, you hear. But really need to think the other way. They need to think like fishing, where they put the right bait, and they need to have the right bait and look the right way and draw the person
reel them in.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So what we should be doing is dangling something interesting and tasty in front of a woman rather than just tackling her to the ground.
Well, that's one way to put it. It's more having the life and the look and being the person and being like what you want to attract. Like attracts like. So it's really
who do you think out of me and Jim, which one of us do you think has got it right, just in terms of, you know, persona and the way we look and act so far from what you've experienced?
Well, it's a really good question, and it really comes down to...
What's the answer?
The answer is it depends which woman is sitting in front of you, who you're trying to attract.
I'm asking you, though. You're the expert. Look, here's me, here's Jim. Which one of us has nailed it?
Well, who are you after? That's the question. I mean, right now you're both looking good.
It's like I'm trapped at the bloody UN. Will your work ever be done? I mean, are you seeing any kind of general improvement in the way people socialise?
Absolutely. I mean, we have absolutely massive change with guys. We've seen guys come in who couldn't talk to a girl, and then they're getting married to their dream girl.
Oh, you've had a lot of successes in terms of people getting married as a result.
Right, we've had marriages, engagements all across Australia, New Zealand, people coming in, and normally we find people that are in IT, they're engineers, they're highly intelligent men, but they just don't know how to have the social skills or the conversation.
Okay, so I'm at the very early stages of a relationship with a woman that I haven't yet seen. Her name's Eleanor, and she's Russian. She doesn't have a brilliant grip of the English language.
Okay.
And now I've told you everything I know about her. Should I...
Sounds like a decent relationship.
Should I, one, hold back a bit and not seem too willing, or two, should I just send her over the airfare?
Well, I mean, the way that we like to think about it is push and pull. So you don't want to just push yourself all over it. You don't want to pull too much. So you want to give a little and then pull back a little and really create
her
that
in.
tension.
I just sort of...
But overall, I mean, if she's not speaking English, that might be the first sort of thing that I might sort of look at and think maybe it's not the right thing.
She roughly understands some words from what I'm led to believe. Paulina, you've got a question from someone on the interweb.
I do. Where do you find this said date, if not at a bar?
Yeah, if not at a bar, where do you find these people?
Well, I mean, there's many different places. So there's online dating, there's many different apps, there is meeting people at your workplace, but the main place is through your friends. So people like you are going to know other people like
These
you.
people
So
haven't got friends. That's why they need your help. They don't have any friends. They're just lonely. They're just sitting there. They're just lonely. They're probably overweight, aren't they?
I mean, there's opportunities everywhere, walking around the park, at cafes, and there's
These people don't
all over
walk?
the place.
No, okay, that's good. So basically, and people shouldn't give up. They should go to our link on the website and get hold of you.
Right.
How much do you charge?
Well, it depends what they want.
No,
so we do
God,
one-on-one. I mean, they could do a full weekend. There's many different things
I haven't got time if you're not going to answer the question. But it'll be on your website.
It is on my website.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. There you go. Nothing to worry about.